All right, nice to see everybody. This is our second virtual class, and yeah, man, I got my nice camera out. I was like 30 minutes into recording, and what I found out was that the memory card was full. So on cameras, there's only a certain amount that the memory card can take, and I think mine was just the most low grade one. So I'm kind of doing some more research into that situation, which means we're still on the iPhone, which is still good quality. So I appreciate you staying patient. And what it kind of brought up for me was that in these times, these interesting times, you know, we're being forced to improvise and to adapt and adjust and do things in the moment. And that's a good learning experience for us. So I appreciate your patience, I appreciate your support, and I think today we'll focus on resilience. You know, what do you do when you're pushed to your edge? What do you do when you're nervous? What do you do when you don't know something? You know, how do you manage and maintain and create a solution for yourself? And we'll work a little bit into the hips and shoulders today. I think those are good areas to work. And as always, thank you so much for reaching out to us, sending us your love. So appreciated. And I hope you enjoy the flow today. All right, we're going to start in double pigeon. So you're going to take your left shin parallel to the top of the mat, and then you'll sweep your right leg over the left so that it looks like fire logs. Now you're going to point your toes forward. You scoot your butt back a little bit to get the hips squared. And then either you can sit upright or you can take a little fold over the shins. Little spider fingers here. Now if you do that, you're going to feel a little more intensity and sensation in the legs. It's not right or wrong. You pick as to where you want to go with this. And given that we're sort of on a time limit, we're just going to stick with, 30 seconds, stretch out the hamstrings and the hips. All right, and then nicely sit up, unravel. You can extend your legs forward, maybe a little pitter-patter in the knees. And then you'll gently switch the sides. So the right shin is now parallel to the top of the mat. You'll cross your left leg over the right. The toes point forward, a little scooch back in your butt. And then either you can sit upright or you can take a fold over the legs. Now I know a lot of you sit all day or stand all day or you drive in the car all day. We have a lot of cyclists and runners and walkers here, so this is a great stretch early in the morning or midday or in the evening, just to rinse out the hamstrings and the hips. All right, and then nicely sit yourself up. You'll extend both legs to the front of the room again, just a little, pedal in the knees. And then you'll make your way into an all fours position. Right, take your knees about hips width distance, your palms a little bit wider. And then take cow pose, drop your belly, look forward, breathe in. Cat pose, round the spine, tuck the chin, press the air out. Cow pose, inhale, open your chest and your throat. Cat pose, exhale, stretch your entire back. Keep this process going all by yourself for 3-4 rounds, adding in whatever modifications or variations. But the main point is to get accustomed with your breath and your movement. And then when you're all finished, you'll come back to neutral and take your first downward facing dog. Get situated in your feet. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Maybe a deep sigh or a lion's breath like that. Sometimes energy gets stuck or you're holding on to your breath. And you know, the meaning of the pose is right in the name, downward facing dog. So think of a dog when it wakes up in the morning. It's just moving through its body, kind of scoping the scene, and it'll take a stretch. Get limber in the legs, get limber in the torso, get limber in the arms. And then take your right leg up into the sky. Either keep it straight or you can bend the right knee and roll open. And then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Drop your back knee down for lizard pose. Okay, you'll take your right foot to the right edge of the mat. You'll hold yourself up here, or you can take your forearms all the way down to the ground. This is a great stretch in your hamstrings and your hips. It can be intense. You never want to go to pain. You know, a little bit of intensity or sensation that you're not used to is okay, but pain, not good. And then downward facing dog, palms to the mat, step that right foot back. Then take your left leg up into the sky, bend the left knee, roll open, stretch, and then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop the back knee down for lizard, and you can hold yourself up or you can take the forearms down. A lot of tightness in the hips and hamstrings of many people's bodies, so this is a good preliminary stretch before we get moving. Make sure you remind yourself to breathe. And then downward facing dog. Palms to the mat, step that left foot back. And then we're going to do a variation of Sun A, so stay with me here. Raise your heels, bend your knees, and walk up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and forward fold, exhale. Stand up tall, sweep the arms high, bend the knees, left arm forward, right arm back. Stand up, sweep up, inhale, bend the knees, right arm forward, left arm back. Stand up, sweep up, inhale, and forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, and high plank, hold here. Feel your toes in the mat, feel your hands in the mat. Shoulders above wrists, some excellent alignment, and plank is nice because it makes us stay true to the core of our body, the core of our mind, and it increases that resilience in times of difficulty or tragedy or maybe when you're lacking confidence. Slide forward on the tiptoes, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. And then we're going to flow through a couple rounds of that Sun A variation. Raise your heels, bend your knees, walk or hop to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, forward fold, exhale. Stand up tall, sweep the arms high, bend the knees, left arm forward, right arm back. Stand up, sweep up, inhale, bend the knees, right arm forward, left arm back. Stand up, sweep up, inhale, and forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, and high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 soothing breaths here. Raise the heels, bend the knees, walk or skip to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, forward fold, exhale. Stand up tall, sweep the arms high. Bend the knees, left arm forward, right arm back. Stand up, sweep up, inhale. Bend the knees, right arm forward, left arm back. Stand up, sweep up, inhale. And forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, and high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good stuff, everybody. You know, sun salutations generate internal heat, maybe get a little sweat going, but it's just that combination of breath and movement that releases some of that fear, some of that nervousness, some of that antsiness. Kind of just brings you back into your body, into the present moment. All right, come into a high plank. Let's not forget to do those Adam push-ups here, right? Low plank, high plank. 4 more. Low plank, high plank, low plank, high plank, low plank, high plank, low plank, high plank, and downward facing dog. Well done. Lift your right leg up into the sky, right knee to the right tricep, and hold here for a second. Right leg, take it to the sky, and step your right foot forward, warrior one. Okay, so you've got your back foot flat here, hips are square, arms reach up. As you get grounded in the feet, you think about self-esteem, right? Perseverance. And then interlace the fingers at the low back. Inhale, open your chest up, and then humble warrior. Drop the body nice and low. Now, if you can't get the fingers, you can use a towel, you could use a strap. Drop the back of the neck, let your skull get heavy. And then warrior one, come back up, and warrior two, open up. Taking up some good space on the mat. Keeping your right knee bent, reverse the warrior. So left hand back, a left leg, right fingertips up to side angle pose. Right fingertips down, left fingertips high. If you need to bring your right hand to a block, you can. Think about your left arm stretching out of the body. Openness in the body. Expansiveness in the body. Keeping that right knee bent, reverse the warrior, take it back up, and then high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, take it to the sky. Left knee, left tricep, hug in. Left leg, sweep it high, and step your left foot forward for warrior one. Okay, back foot is flat, hips are square, arms reach up. Little bravery, little courageousness. Hope you're feeling good, everybody. Interlace the fingers at the low back. Inhale, open the chest. And then humble warrior. Exhale, drop it nice and low. Soften into your face muscles. Let the inversion do its work here. Warrior one, take it back up. And then warrior two, open up. Keeping the left knee bent, reverse the warrior, left fingertips up, and then side angle pose. Left fingertips down, right fingertips up. Stretching the hip flexors, stretching the chest here. And then keeping your left knee bent, reversed the warrior, and high to low plank, chaturanga. Or you could go right to down dog here. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You know, we're doing the best we can with what we have, but sometimes we complicate things, we overanalyze things, and what's nice about the flow is it, you know, gets us breathing and moving and working out to where we get that little bit of sweat. So let's take it a couple rounds through. Right leg, take it to the sky. Right knee, right tricep. Right leg, take it high, step your right foot forward, warrior one. Rising up on the inhale, and then interlace the fingers, exhale. Inhale, open your chest, and humble warrior, exhale. Rise up, warrior one, inhale, warrior two, exhale. Reverse the warrior, inhale, side angle, exhale. Reverse the warrior, inhale, and high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, take it to the sky, left knee, left tricep. Left leg, take it high, step your left foot forward, warrior one. Cruising up on the inhale, interlace the fingers, exhale. Inhale, open, and humble warrior, exhale. Warrior one, take it up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse the warrior, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Reverse the warrior, come back up, and high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Terrific job. Make sure you keep your breath intact here. You know, sometimes we get in the poses, but our mind is somewhere completely different. And that's the point of breathing and moving at the same time. Right leg, take it to the sky. Right knee, right tricep. Right leg, take it high. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Coming up on that inhale. Interlace the fingers, exhale. Inhale, open, and humble warrior, exhale. Warrior one, rise up on that inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Reverse the warrior, inhale, take it up. And high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, take it to the sky. Left knee, left tricep. Left leg, take it high. Step your left foot forward. Warrior one, rising up on the inhale. Interlace the fingers, exhale. Inhale, open, and humble warrior, exhale. Warrior one, take it up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse the warrior, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Reverse the warrior, inhale. And high to low plank. Take it through your vinyasa, or you can simply step right to down dog. You know, the flow sequence in class, it's kind of a challenging part of class, you know, and that builds resilience in our body and our mind. Just to kind of physically and mentally train ourselves that when things get a little bit rocky, you know, we know how to handle it. We know how to proceed forward. All right, drop to the knees for a moment. We're going to do a pose known as dolphin. It's an inversion. It's basically down dog on your forearms. All right, so you'll take your forearms down to the floor, parallel to each other, palms down, and then you'll tuck your toes under as you walk your feet up just a little bit. So your shoulders are above your elbows. You hold here and breathe deeply. If you want, you can take a leg up into the sky. Couple breaths, maybe amp up your practice a little. Some people know little hops, right? They'll take little hops into the sky. Eventually, you'll be able to get up into the sky, maybe eventually using a wall. Oh. Yeah, so that's a great heat builder. I'll give you the next 30 seconds or so. Just keep that going. Feel it in your legs, your abs, your core. Yeah, and if you know, have to take a break or you fall out of a pose, it's really not a big deal at all. We're all in this together. We're all in the same recording here. Okay, and then from there you'll drop to the knees, maybe just kind of roll out your arms a little bit, and then we'll go back into a downward facing dog. Now, if you need a quick child's pose, you can do that too. And then raise your heels, bend your knees, and walk or hop to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and forward fold. Exhale. Step your left foot to the back of the mat for crescent lunge here. So your back heel is up, right? And you always want to get your foundation, you want to get your equilibrium before you rush into the next thing. Soften your belly, soften your heart. And then you're going to take your left arm under, right arm over for an eagle variation. Keep your elbows away from the body, maybe a little back bend there if it feels good. And then just start to lean into that front leg as you step or glide into eagle pose. So left thigh over, right arm over. Okay, and focus your eyes on a bullseye. Breathe with intention. Again, if you fall out, it's not as dramatic as it seems. Just adjust and adapt in the moment. Keeping the bind, slowly lower the elbows toward the thighs to either warrior 3 or airplane pose. Hips are square, a lot of energy in the core. Maintaining that breath to balancing half moon. Right fingertips down and left limbs will go up. If you want to take a half bind here, reach the left arm behind the back. Maybe you take your eyes up to the ceiling today. And then left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. And forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Work that bend in the knees a little bit, and then draw the palms together at heart center and prayer twist to the right. Okay, kneecaps in line, good hip formation. Either you can keep the palms together, you can stretch the arms, maybe you go to a little side crow for you arm balance yogis. These twists are a reminder that, sometimes we're holding on to stuff. We're holding on to gunk and funk in our body and our mind, and all we got to do is rinse it out, clean it up a little bit, and that way we can move forward. Chair pose back to center, and then forward fold, exhale. So spread your feet shoulder width distance, and let's go gorilla. Slide your palms underneath your feet. Let your head drop nice and heavy. This nice stretch in your forearms, maybe around your fingers. Let things physically and mentally drop. Some things are outside of our control. And then release from the bottoms of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And forward fold. Exhale. Stand up tall. Sweep the arms high. And palms to heart center. Exhale. Okay, we're going to do Nata Rajasana, dancer pose. So with the right foot down, grounded, you're going to bend your left knee and take the inside of the left foot so that your thumb is up. And then taking the right arm high, you'll kick back hard in the left leg. Falling in the pose has happened to us all. If you fall out, just chalk it up, get back into your pose. If you want, you can take your right fingertips to the ground for a bound dancer half moon variation. Kind of cool. Right, and then just softly make your way up. And then left foot to the ground. Maybe just a little pedal in the knees, a little hip sway there. Sweep the arms up, full breath in, and forward fold, exhale. I'm sweating a little bit here. Inhale, halfway lift, and high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now here at the hot yoga studio, I do have the heat on, so hopefully you've got your fireplace going or your stove or your, put the showers on there, get some of that humidity, whatever you're doing to heat yourself up, or maybe you're just in non-heated practice and enjoying that as well. So raise your heels, bend your knees, walk or hop to your hands, inhale, halfway lift, and forward fold, exhale. Step your right foot to the back of the mat for crescent lunge. Just a smooth, balanced crescent lunge. Feel your way into it. Soften into your chest. Take your right arm underneath your left arm for eagle arms, maybe leaning back a little bit. And then leaning forward as you either step or glide into that eagle pose, Garudasana. Spine is upright. Whoop. Drishti is focused. Yeah, see, I fell out. Maybe you fell out. And then lowering down to the knees as you take your airplane or warrior 3. Hips are steady. About all those good core muscles in action right now to a balancing half moon. Left fingertips down or left hand to the block, and then right fingertips will go up. Stretching, expanding. Maybe you take that half bind behind the back. Maybe you take your eyes up a little. And then right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift it. And forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana. And then draw the palms together at heart center, prayer twist to the left. Yeah, twisting into the body, wringing it all out. Awesome stretch in the upper back. You can stretch the arms open. You can do a side crow if that's in your arsenal. Oh, hello there. Nice to practice with you. Chair pose, back to center, and then forward fold, exhale. Spread your feet shoulder width distance. Take your 2 peace fingers and latch them around the big toes, and then holding on, it's inhale, halfway lift, and forward fold, squeeze in. This is a deep stretch in the back side of the body, so, if it's painful or just shooting pain, you can let go of the fingers. You can put a little bend in your knees. You don't have to go so, aggressive into the pose. And then fingertips to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, and forward fold, exhale. Stand up tall, sweep the arms high, and palms to heart center, exhale. All right, we're going to take left foot down, dancer pose, Nata Rajasana. Okay, bend the right knee, you grab the inside of the right foot with the right thumb up, and then left arm high. Kick back. If you want, you can take the left fingertips down for that bound dancer, half moon hybrid. And then you'll nicely, gracefully bring yourself back up. And then right foot to the ground. Just maybe kind of sway the hips side to side. So you sweep the arms up, deep breath in. And forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Looking good, everybody. Come into a high plank, and then take your right palm to the center of the mat for a side plank. Now, if you need to drop to the right knee here, just make sure it's below your right hip. Great supportive pose, feels good in the body. And then working a little bit of obliques, you'll take your left fingertips to your right wrist, hold for a second, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, strengthening the arms, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, high plank, hold here. Okay, left palm down, side plank. We're going opposite side now. Make sure you get that stability first. Be mindful. And then right fingertips, left wrist, inhale up, exhale wrist, inhale up, exhale wrist, inhale up, exhale wrist, inhale up, exhale wrist, inhale up, high plank, hold here. Staying in good form, allowing your bones and your joints to work together. Maybe you have a little sweat dripping. Right, but the goal of the practice today was to stay resilient. Push yourself a little bit. Right, step into the unknown. Improvise. Do the best you can with what you have. Take a nice deep breath in and downward facing dog. Raise your heels, bend your knees, jump through to your butt. Maybe get a little wipe there. Use your towel if need be. Scoot your butt back a little bit. And then when you're ready, you'll take a forward fold over both legs, lightly pulling your chest toward the front of the room. Breathing and allowing your nervous system to calm down. And then nicely sit up. You'll roll all the way onto your back as you hug your knees into your chest. And then take your legs up into the sky. You can bring your arms into the ground or underneath your butt, but we're going to work a little bit of abs here. So you'll lower your legs 2 inches from the ground, and then just cross the right ankle over the left, and then switch the sides. Little crossers there. We got 20 seconds worth. Breathing. Maybe a little shake in your quadriceps or your core. This is your abs for the day. Drink some water. Have a nice clean meal when you're done. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise the legs up. Lower 2 inches from the ground. Now this time you're going to spread the feet and then bring them back together. Spread the feet and then bring them back together. Spread the feet and then bring them back together. And then keep that going for 20 seconds worth. Might be getting challenging, stay with it. If you need to take a quick break, do so. There you go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise the legs up. Whew. Last call. You'll lower 2 inches from the ground and just flutter the feet. Look at the toes. Think about the toning in your quadriceps, your abs, your core right now. Staying resilient. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Raise the legs up. Oh. Good way to fire it up, everybody. Nice effort. Catch your breath. You drop the feet into the ground, and then you'll do a bridge or a wheel to offset. Today I'm going to do wheel pose. This one usually feels good after you do some intense abs. I like to come onto the tiptoes and just draw my knees up, draw my chest up, maybe tilt my throat back. Did a lot of chest openers today, so this should maybe feel a little more flexible in your body. And then you'll lower all the way down to the ground. And then either you can go right into a shavasana from here, just kind of finishing out your practice, or you could do some twists, or you could do just another round of hip openers if you want to do frog pose, or another round of double pigeon or half pigeon. But yeah, that more or less concludes our flow for today. So thanks so much for hopping on and practicing with the studio, and yeah, just staying resilient during this time, staying positive, staying light, being smart, and just enjoying the time that we do have. So, man, huffing and puffing a little bit here. Stay present, enjoy the rest of your day, and stay on the lookout for some more videos coming your way. All right, bye everybody.